All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, a thousand a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. Okay, so it is it's May. Oh my goodness, May 3rd. So QCOM right now we have switching here for a trade, and it's a massive tower candle. I don't know that I'm going to take this trade because we've had a lot of winners in QCOM, and we got a really big tower candle. So I think I'm going to go ahead and skip this trade on QCOM, and then I may regret it, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and hit the skip button and not trade this one. If it switches back, on the other hand, I'll trade a switch back. Oh, there we go. It's not even going to confirm. Not even going to confirm. All right, everybody. We'll bring the trades to you as they pop in. Okay, so we got QCOM setting up again. So now it's not so bad of a tower candle, so I will take this trade if it happens. It could be in a little bit of a consolidation here. We'll see what happens here, but let's measure it up. Look, 139.45, 139. It's about 45 cents roughly. So we'll go ahead and pop over to the calculator, put in 45 cents, 0.45. And with the $100 risk reward, because we scaled back down in the scaling ladder, 222 shares. See on the scaling ladder, we're back to the hundreds right there. So let's go over here and put in 222. All right. So now we got 222 shares loaded in about a minute and a half. If this confirms, we'll go ahead and short QCOM. And this is based on QCOM's switch strategy, not on the normal day trading strategy. So just based on the switch, we trade the switch and then we speed bump till green, and yeah. So we'll see what happens here. Okay, sounds good. All right, so we got 10 seconds. QCOM looks like it's going to confirm. We've had, like I said, so many winners with QCOM right now, so this is high probability loser. But because it's not a big tower candle, we are going to short it. All right, so we got in short, and then we're going to go ahead and mark it up. We're going to put our speed bump at high of day. So if it breaks high of day, we'll speed bump it. Then I'm going to go back to my normal share size we had for this, 222. This way I'll be ready if I need to do something quick. All right, traders. So I always tell you that QCOM likes to follow the ES or the S&P 500. So that's starting to rally now. So there's a good possibility this thing could start to rally. Just to be on the safe side, like I said, we have so many winners. I'm going to go and cancel this order. I got my 222 in here. I'm going to scroll down on this little pane right here. And this is where I entered the trade. So I'm going to go ahead and hit a buy. Oh, a little slow, a little slow. I don't want to get stopped out right away. I'd like to give it a chance to go, but maybe I should just get stopped out. So, all right, so I'm going to put my buy in at 13. Spreads not too bad, about 3 cents, 4 cents. So I'd like to do it at 10, actually. This thing doesn't start to rip. All right, so I move my stop down there to break even, plus a couple, which hopefully after the spread hits me, it won't be a losing trade. All right, cool. So we got out with $7 in QCOM. So we're going to call it right there. I'm going to play it safe on QCOM. We've had tons of winners, and the S&P 500 is starting to rally a little bit. So we'll go ahead and just jump out of that trade and then look for another opportunity. If it does a switch back, I'll get back in this this trade. So we'll bring whatever we got going on to you. All right, so you can see here so far, it looks like I made the right call. Jumped out was our $7, and now we would be in the red right now. So far, it looks like definitely the right call. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have our switchbacks. I'm going to go ahead and clear this off just to make this easy to look at. I'll leave those on, I guess. Let me just move those around in a minute. So this candle is going to close here in about 4 or 5 minutes. If it closes switched, we're going to go ahead and take the switchback trade. All right, traders, so I got the ES up over here so you can see what's going on. So I think the switch is going to happen so that this could be a trade, but this also the 30-minute candle is closing. This is a 5-minute candle. This is a 30-minute candle. The 30-minute candle is going to close here, and they like to throw a lot of wicks, right? See, look at all these tails, right? Loves to do that. So, and this likes to follow this. So I'm going to wait. I'm not going to jump in when this new candle opens here. I'm going to wait for a retracement because I believe this will have a retracement based on what it normally does. And if this retraces, most likely QCOM is going to retrace. So I'm going to go ahead and hold off on entering this trade and see what happens. Maybe we miss it. Maybe we don't. You know, normally the trade is a switch. The switchback works as well. I've already vetted that. But it's not a primary. So if I miss out on the trade, I miss out on the trade. There we go. We got a little pullback. Let's see how much of a pullback we get. I'll mark it up in the meantime. And I'm going to put my stop at the low of day, so hopefully we get a decent pullback. All right, that's pretty good. Pretty good little pullback. Go ahead and buy. All right, I'm going to move my stop to low of day. Hold on, Miley. Hold on. And we're going to put this to 450 we'll just do. I might be getting stopped out. Let's see. Maybe I should have waited longer. Could have got a better entry. Hold on, Miley.
Daddy, stop out.
Almost get stopped out, Miley. I'll get stopped out here in a second. Yep. See, like I said, should definitely wait. It likes to throw those. So there's a high chance there's a retracement. And I should have waited a little longer, huh? Low of day. All right, cool. Man, I want to add to my position now, I think. Let's do it. I got 222, so let's go with 80. And then we're going to go ahead and buy. Oh, we got to cancel this. Buy. All right, cool. So we got that 80. So I got 302. So now I'm going to go 604, enter. 604. And I bought that because we're closer to risk. I already got it at a discount. And then we're close to risk. So I was able to, oh, wrong side. I was able to add to my position and still be risking around the $100 that we want to risk. So let's put my average in. Where's my average? 139.33. All right, there we go. Okay, so hopefully we're done throwing a tail over here and this will start to boost. Come on, let's do it. I'm tempted just to move my stop up to break even here in a second. Come on, QCOM, test high of day. All right, so question for you traders. So when you're trading and the ticker is going against you or even for you, do you get nervous? You start to like almost start freaking out a little bit, get a little paranoid, get a little shaky, get scared, all the different stuff? Or are you just like chill, like, you know, yeah, you're in the trade, whatever happens, happens, all good, like it doesn't bother you, you're calm, relaxed, playing your video games, doing whatever you're doing, waiting to see if you made money or you lost money? So if you are on the opposite side where you're nervous or shaking or anything like that, there's a couple things to think about. One is maybe you have too much size. Maybe you're not ready for the risk that you're taking in the trade. The other thing is, do you know that, when you get in the trade, do you know where your exit is for if you're wrong and where your target is if you're right? And do you know exactly how much money you're going to win or you're going to lose in the trade? Because if you know exactly how much you're going to win or lose in the trade, it's a lot easier to get into a trade with what you're accepting. Like, I'm okay losing $100 in this trade because my trade plan shows me that that's totally fine. Like, it works. So for me to, if I get into the trade and I take a loss and it doesn't bother me, of course I don't want to lose. Like, it bothers me because I'm losing and I want to be winning. But if I'm following the rules and I'm still winning, so then it kind of works out like double-edged for me. Like, because some people get upset because they're losing money. Other people get upset because they're just losing. So for me, I get upset just because I'm losing. I don't care about the money part because I know that I'm going to make money at the end of the year if I follow the plan. So as long as I'm winning, and winning is following the rules, which means I could still have a red trade and still be winning. The only time I really get bummed out is if I make a mistake. So then I get bummed out or I get stressed out if I'm making mistakes in the market that cost me. But think about that. If you're really nervous or you're freaking out or you're not calm and relaxed when you're trading, are you trading with too much size? Do you know exactly where you're getting in and getting out? Do you know exactly how much money you're going to win or lose? And does that, when you look at your plan with those numbers, what does that look like? So that may help you out as far as being a little more relaxed during trading and not worrying about it so much when you're in the trade. All right, now see how I told you it likes to follow the ES or the SPY, S&P 500. So then we got our tail that we expected, and we expected a retracement because on a 30-minute candle, it always has a wick, right? It goes up and down like, it doesn't close at the high usually, and it doesn't, it goes. So I can kind of expect that that's going to happen. If this follows this, then I kind of expect that this is going to do something similar. So also when you're looking at your tickers that you're trading, do they follow any of the other markets? Do they follow the NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P 500, the Russell, any of those? IWM, all that? Yes, Smiley.
Can I show you?
If they do follow it, then maybe you can look at that as a technical indicator to help you out. So now we're at the $95 range, $95 range. 1 second, Maya. Hold on. And this is starting to struggle. So I would expect this to start to struggle. So I could go ahead and pull my trade off here and just accept my 70 bucks, be a little bit short of my 100. So, or I can wait and get out closer to my 100 if it gives it to me. And this way, because my winners have to pay for my losers. So I definitely want it to be as close as possible to that 100 because I'm risk rewarding 100. But again, if this is really struggling and I'm not confident this is going up and this follows it, there's an opportunity to say, you know what, I'm just going to put my stop in. If it backs up, I get out, and if I miss out, I miss out. So, and the only reason why I even do that is right now I'm on a switch back, which is not as high probability as a switch. And because I've had so many winners in this, I'm due for like a big loser. So right now we would be speed bumping this because it did break the high of this. So this speed bump would have occurred here, and I'm talking instead of trading, so that's probably why this will become a red trade. But my speed bump would have been here, which means I would have taken a full loser on this. It wouldn't be a break-even day, and I've not had a full losing day in QCOM in like, I don't know, forever. Well, I did last week actually because I made a mistake, but had I followed, did everything right, I would not have had that. So QCOM's way overdue for a full losing day, and that's why I'm starting to pay attention what's happening here and looking at basing some trading off of it. So we'll see what we end up doing here. Yeah, traders, that's one thing I definitely don't do well is I'm trying to trade on social media is I always like to talk about my trades instead of just making them. Like when I clicked 85.95, that would have been my chance to exit. Looking at the struggle here, would have got my 95, call it a day, and $5 off my target. All good. I'm looking for that 100 risk reward, right? And right now I'm risking 100, and because I got in at a discount, I could have made my 100 before my target, giving me a much higher probability. And we're looking at high a day, and as I always say, high a day is resistance a lot of times. So now we may have to ride this consolidation wave, which I told you when we first started trading this ticker. This looks like consolidation to me, and right now we can see that consolidation happening. And then we look over here and we saw the struggle, which looks like this is also coming back down, blah, blah, blah. So, and I didn't make the moves, so I wanted to talk about them first, and I got distractions in the background.
Can I have this?
Yeah. So hopefully we get another opportunity to get this back up into the green zone. And again, all good. Risk reward $100, totally fine with it. Before I even place a trade, I'm okay with the money that I'm putting into the slot machine, if you will. Not expecting to get it out, and then if I do, then fantastic. So it makes it a lot easier to trade that way. See the correlation between the two on QCOM and ES? Now from a technical standpoint, we can come over here on the ES. I'm going to see this funky looking channel that the ES is playing in right now, but it's still on a upward trend. So chances are this will still be in a slow upward trend here. And again, this is 30-minute and this is 5-minute. So you can look at that and still see there's some solid movement to the upside until there's not. So now we're back down here in this consolidation. I could go ahead and add to my position again if I'd like to. Another 100 shares. If it'll give it to me, buy. Oh, gotta cancel this order first. Cancel 2 orders, very close to my stop. Buy. All right, so now we got 400 shares. So we're gonna go 800 here on the speed bump. All right, so we're maxing out our buying power right now. Let's go with 700 on the speed bump. So this is what I get for talking before I trade. If I would have just traded and then told you why I got out with $95, then I would have been in good shape. But I didn't. I have a bad habit of trying to tell you what's going to happen before I do it. This way it doesn't look like it's an after effect thing. But it is what it is. Not over yet. We still got low of day resistance right here. And then if this breaks, this could really slide. So we could easily recover our day with QCOM. Once this breaks, we shall see. Which way does it go? Do you bounce from here? Do you bounce from this support? Do you just break it a little bit, collect some shorts like me, and then go up and screw everybody? What do you do? All right, there we go. We're speed bumped. See what happens. So the good thing about this day today, hopefully we can end up with a green right here. This can tank enough to give us just a break even plus a couple dollars would be sweet, because this would have proven to be a full loser on QCOM if I had traded the switch. I would have speed bumped the switch back right here, and then this would have sold off and I would have got out again, which means my trade is over for QCOM. I don't keep trading after that. So this would have been a full losing day, the first one we've had in like months and months and months and months. So really, really great to see this, because now I can scale up in QCOM. So right now I got NUG as a super premium. QCOM would be a super premium, and we didn't really take a big loss on it yet. And then APPS is a super premium, which looks like it might be setting up, which means I'll probably jump out of QCOM to buy APPS and go big. So we'll see if it sets up here or not. But yeah, if QCOM here if I can take even right now, because like I would have risked 100 each direction. So QCOM normally today would be a $200 losing day. So if I'm under $200 in the end of the day, this is a good day, because then I could scale up and this could be awesome when it sets up again. Although I won't be trading tomorrow or the next day, so that's probably when everything will hit and I'll miss out on all those opportunities. But we'll see what happens. APPS. I'm gonna move this over to APPS. Five-minute. All right, QCOM, keep the slide going. Come on, hurry up so I can trade APPS. So I don't have the buying power, I don't think, to buy both of you. All right, APPS is setting up for a trade. We got 3 minutes. Let's see what the risk is. 72.68, 71, 81, 87 cents. Gonna put that in the calculator. Okay, so 87 cents for APPS, but I do want to go big on it. So 0.87. Oops. And I'd like to risk 500. All right, so 87. So 574 shares is what I'm looking at buying. We'll just go with 500 shares right there. All right, we're already set up for it. All right, hopefully it'll hold off a little while, let QCOM get some nice movement here so we can get out of QCOM with profit. But I'll get rid of QCOM to jump into this for a $500 risk reward. Why so big? Because it's super premium big time right now. It's not had more than 2 losers in a row in a really long time, like 6 months or something. So we just had 2 losers in a row. So right now the odds are way in my favor that this will be a winning trade, although we are very extended on the permission. So QCOM, if I would have speed bumped it in the right place, I would have speed bumped it here. And then we would already recovered everything right here, break even plus a couple dollars. And we could be out with a green trade right now with QCOM had I traded this exactly right. But I think I did trade it right. It's still because low of day, we see all the support here. I don't want to put my stop right before support. So we still did the right thing, but because of that disparity is why it's going to take us a little longer to recover our trade here. Come on, hold off on APPS. Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. So if this switch, it is switching. I'll flatten this in 1 minute. If this is going to switch, I'll hit flat and then I'll come over here and hit sell. And either way, if I take less, like I said, if I take less than a $200 loss on QCOM, we're in great shape for the next trade. It'll be super awesome. And as you can see, I'm totally not worried about taking this loss because it's expected. I got into the trade expecting to give away money. And if the market wants to give me money, then I'm going to take what the market gives me. But fully expected to give the market money. Like the slot machine. You go there, you put your money in, you don't expect to get anything out. Pull the handle, and you're like, let's see what happens. And then if stuff comes out the bottom, then you're happy. And if it doesn't matter because you expected it not to. So that's kind of my approach to trading. Makes it easier. All right, we got 10 seconds. 10 seconds. I almost hit flatten. Did it confirm? Man, this is right on the edge. It didn't confirm. Okay, and I didn't hit flatten. All right, so QCOM, you still got a chance. Come on, get down here. All right, so why did I not sell my position when I hit this target, right? The ALGO targets. Hit the ALGO targets. I should have got out here, took my $80 loss, super premium. recover it, plus make profit big time on the very next trade, right? That's what's supposed to happen here. So why didn't I do that? I didn't do that because we did have this consolidation that we saw here, and we broke down that consolidation with a pretty nice slide. So I feel like this trade is not over yet. Yes, we may rally back up to retest this what was once support becomes resistance thing, and then I feel like there's a rollover from there, and we make some decent profit. And I didn't want to take that off the board for nothing. So now, if the APPS had set up, then I would have did it to jump into APPS, because technically this trade's over based on the algo, but based on my instincts and a little bit of technical stuff, I feel like there's a lot more trade in QCOM. So I decided to go ahead and stay and see if we get recover green. This will actually be quite a big loss, if not, because I got in way down here instead of here. So if this does trip here, I'm going to be way over the $200 range, which puts me in the normal loss for the day, which is around $200, what my normal loss would have been. But it's actually going to put me way above that. Now, because this will become a super premium trade and I'm going to scale up on the next trade with it, I could still recover all of that on the next trade. But I'd rather not take that kind of loss. But I feel really confident in the technical analysis part, just because I've been trading for 24 years, 25 years, that I have a high probability that this will still continue downward. Doesn't mean it will. It's just a probability. I could totally be wrong right now, and this could boost and do insane things. But I still feel pretty good about it based on consolidation. I feel like if it's going to bounce, it'll be somewhere around low of day from yesterday, which would be in this area here. So I think this is where it's going to find its legs and then rally, or maybe it just rolls over and we have a little downtrend in the market for a little while. Okay, so as I said, I expect it to come down to this area. There's more downside on this. So right now we're seeing that right now. So we're hitting this area. Also see that we're hitting this channel line right here, possibly get a lower channel line before this turns around. So we could be bottoming out here with this this little flush. But I'm going to be greedy and say I want $16 more, and I'm going to wait. I'm going to get my stop, take that off. We got 298, 298. 138.26, 138.28. So hopefully we can go a little below. There we go. 1 penny below. We got a little spread, so I want to be able to trail it. Okay, that should cover the spread. So now we should have a green trade here. And then we'll see if we can get a bigger flush and get lucky and make some money. Or if we're just going to stop out and survive in the green. Sweet. Let's survive a little bigger green. Why not? So this candle is going to close in 2 minutes. So we got a long time for this to keep flushing, but it's also a big candle. So there's a good chance we'll have retracement and we'll get stopped out for profit though. So patience, traders. And look what we did. Recovered. Yep. So now we're coming to this lower channel line. So traders, do any of your tickers follow the market? There you go. We're out $16. We're back where we started pretty much. Awesome. So do any of your tickers follow indexes? IWM, ERX, like all these different index funds. Do any of your tickers follow that? Because it could be a good leading indicator if your tickers do follow it. So just something to think about. All right, let's look for next trade, possibly APPS. All right, traders, so while we're waiting for the next trade to set up, I want to go over something with you. So right here, you're looking at my trade log, and you can see the link below if you want to get the log that I'm using, or just check it out and maybe make your own log or whatever. If you're good with Excel, you can do that too. So in my trade log, here's my tracking. I do it for back testing, my back test blocks, and then I also use it for tracking. So right here is APPS trading in a couple different ways on the switchback, right? This is all APPS. I just didn't change the name. I'll do that real quick. All right, so it's not confusing. So here's APPS with the switchback strategy that I use with it occasionally, which I'm going to start putting on YouTube. And then up here, I have APPS as my normal day trading strategy, which is what I teach over at the site, link below. So on my normal day trading strategy, right now we're running 84% success on APPS, which is pretty nice. just had a loser. So, and then we had a break even day basically. I still consider it, kind of like a losing day as far as super premiums go. So that's why we have our super premium here. But you can see we don't usually have too many red days. Got a couple break even days in a row, but 3 in a row right here, and then if I went back, I reset this like every 90 days or so. So this is a 90-day period. And then if I go back even more, we get, this is like a first right here. So usually it's maybe 2, and then there's some reds that we get in here. So, and then down here on the switchback as well. So I'm going to come back down here to the switchback. So it's something to think about. Look at the switchback. We have a red, green, red, green, red, green, right? 2 reds in a row, very rare. Some break evens, red, green, red, green, red, green, 2 reds in a row. So, and again, this is a 90-day period. So it's possible that we do get 2 reds in a row. So if I'm ever in a position where my account might blow up, like I'm going to blow up my account, I'm so close to my my risk and like things aren't looking good, I need to slow down. For me, what I would do is I would look at my list like this. And I would say, you know what? Looking at this, two reds is not common, but it can happen. And it usually don't have a third red. So then what I would do is that when I got a red trade, I would trade the next trade. And if that next trade was red, I would scale up big time, and just to recover all of it, plus put profit in my pocket on that third trade. And I would do that. And, even if my account's not in trouble and I just wanted to have a higher success rate because I don't like losing, I don't mind trading less frequency, I do want a higher reward or a higher, win rate, then I can look at doing it like that. Maybe I look at my log and I'm like, you know what? Every time it's got a red, I'm going to trade. And I'm only going to trade after a red trade. So if I did that, I would have this would be like a 90% winning strategy or better. And then, if I got 2 reds in here, then I'm going to go ahead and double up on my trade. So that on this next trade, I would have broke even, and then I would have had a nice winner there. On the switchback, what you're looking at here is if I'm risking $100, I made 250 here. I lost 100, lost 200, made 100, 140, 220. So forth. So I'm winning a lot more than I'm losing on my switchback strategy with APPS. But just something to think about. If you look at your tickers, is there a pattern here where you can say, I usually don't have more than 2 losers in a row. And if you're trading a condition, maybe it's the same thing. You're trading gaps or momentum strategies, whatever you're doing. Is there a pattern here that you can identify and then trade? So a lot of times when you have, so down here you can see like 70% win rate. So on the switchback, technically my win rate is 70%, which I like to be an 84%, which is my normal ALGO strategy, which I teach. But with these modified plays, sometimes I give up some success, some winning rates for a higher frequency, and I can make more money actually. So right here, you're seeing 70%, but I'm actually making quite a bit more money. 74% based on risk reward, 70% based on trade. But the frequency is a lot higher. But if I reduce that frequency down, then I could be looking closer to like 90% win rate. If I only traded after every 2 losers, right? If I said every time I have 2 losers in a row, I'm going to trade, then we would have 1, 2, 3. We would have three trades in 90 days, but I wouldn't have any losers. It'd be 100% in 90 days. But maybe that's what I need, because maybe if psychologically that's what I need, But if I traded after every loser, then I would have had 1, 2, 3, 4. And if I would have doubled up on this, but we'll call it a loss. So 4 and 1, 5, 6, 6 and 2. Then we would have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12 and 3, 13, 14, and then zeros, we just trade again, 15. So we'd have 15 and 3. We'd have a pretty nice success rate there. So something to think about, 15 and 3. So we had 3 losers, 15 winners, 83% success rate. So that's pretty good. I get 84% success on my normal day trading strategy, but that's because of the algo. But for all of you, maybe there's something there like that. And then you take your 70% win rate and you move it to an 83% win rate, and maybe that helps you with your trading. So anyway, something to think about. Is there an option there for you to create your own little super premium list and have better trades? If I move up to my normal day trading strategy, again, there's only 3 losers in 90 days right now with APPS. So I could have a 100% winning strategy if I only traded after losers, but it's only 3 trades. But you know what? If instead of risk rewarding $100, I'm going to go big and like risk reward like 10 grand. Maybe I'm happy trading just once in a while. Like, right, I just check this every day at the end of the day. Hey, did APPS have a loser today? No. So I'm not. I know I don't have to trade. I don't have to be in the office tomorrow. So then all of a sudden I get to this day. I'm like, oh, APPS had a loser. So now I need to be in the office tomorrow because chances are it's going to be a winner. I risk reward my 10 grand. I make my $10,000, and then I wait. I wait. A couple months go by. Maybe I risk 20,000, 50,000, 100,000. A couple months go by, and then I get another losing day on it. So I'm like, all right, boom, back in the office the next day. And maybe there's not a trade the next day. Maybe it takes a couple days, but then I get it, and then I'm off for the next month, and then I come back in. So now I'm working like one day every couple months, and I'm making, however much money I'm investing, 100,000 a year, 1,000,000 a year, whatever it is, and I'm barely trading. So now you get the ultimate freedom of trading, right? Like the goal of trading is to be your own boss, have that freedom and all that good stuff. Well, one way to do it is to look at your strategy and see if there's something here that you can track. Is there a pattern I can follow? Maybe I want to increase this even more. On a zeroed out day, this is where I speed bumped it to zero out my day. On a zero out day, maybe I trade after that as well. So on red days and 0 days, I trade. So now I've increased my frequency a little bit. So now I had 2 zeros, so I just keep going. And then I had 0 and I go, and I don't have any zeros before red. So maybe that trend continues. So there's stuff there to find. If you have a good log and you track what you're doing, you can come back and say, wait a minute, I don't have to sit in the office every day. I have enough buffer in my account. I'm just going to trade once a week now and be making tons of money and have all this time to go do whatever I want to do. So anyway, something to think about, because if you trade every day, traders, it's expensive when you take a day off, right? Like if you have to be in the office every day to make 5 grand a day or whatever it is, then now you go on that cruise, you're gone for 5 days. It's 25 grand it costs you plus the cost of the cruise. So it's really expensive. But if your strategy only requires you to trade once a month, now you're not losing any money. It's not expensive to be gone for a month on vacation. So, all right. Anyway, enough rambling. Just something to think about. All right, traders, that's going to do it for me today. So QCOM, you saw we made $16 in it. Oh, man, look at that roll. Look at this thing. I got out somewhere around here somewhere. Look, or maybe down here. I don't even know where I got out, but it kept on going down. So, yep, that's how it goes. You leave money on the table or you give some back. I'm green when there should have been a red trade. So this was working out pretty good. So this is a full loser. So this will now go into the super premium list. So I'll have NUG, I'll have QCOM and APPS on the super premium list. So pretty awesome. So I just hope that that's not tomorrow when I'm not trading or the next day when I'm not trading, because these could be easily, could be a pretty big green day. If they all hit the same day, that'd be sweet. All right, let's look at the next one. NUG. So NUG, no trade, right? We got switches, but we don't got permission. So no trade on NUG. APPS, on the normal trading strategy, I don't have any permission to trade. So we got switches, but no permission. On the switchback, though, which we talked about a little earlier, I did have that, and I didn't trade it because I was waiting for a red trade to get into it. So no trade, and it was a green. So I'll mark that on the list, on the log, and let's go do that right now, actually. QCOM we did, CVS. So NUG, APPS, and QCOM we did. CVS the last one. So CVS, I traded the switch back, which would have been here, but I don't trade after 12:30. So I just came back in the office to do this closeout video, and we have our switch back here. We'll see if this turns out to be a loser. If it does, then CVS may be going on the super premium list as well for switchback, and but we still are waiting for CVS to do us a solid on the normal day trading strategy. So, and then, yeah, we'll trade it then. So there you go. So that's the day. Just one trade. Well, lots of trades. Let's look at the log real quick. Okay, so here's the log for today. So one ticker, lots of trades scaling in and all that stuff. So 1642 is a lot of work for $16. Red on the price per share, but yeah, that's all good. Still made our money though. Still making money. So on the, what are we doing on the scaling ladder? Did that help us? No. So we're still there at the $100 range. Dashboard. So April, we ended up closing out $400. Had a rough, this actually, oh, it didn't save it. So my computer got hot and turned off. So let me put this stuff back in here. This was actually Thursday's trades. I put them on the wrong day and just haven't fixed it yet. Friday's trades. So Thursday, Friday, we got a little banged up for that loss. We would have had a little bit better month, and just didn't trade that much this month either. So that's how it is. And then May, starting the May off, $16. So all good. All right, let's do a little bonus here at the end. Let's give a little bonus here. Be right back. Okay, so for my students, here is ERX. And if you're in the swing trading class right now, ERX, we entered to the long side. We had, this is a swing trading algo. So we had red right here going to green. We got permission within 2 bars. These dashes have to be above the white line within 2 bars. So we got our permission there. And so we were in this trade. So 1, 2 bars. And when we were, first bar, we were good to go already. So, but we didn't take that trade in the first bar. We waited, and then I put that alert out, and then we jumped in, and oh yeah. So first bar. So yep. So then we got in, and then when this gap down happened, added to our position so that we can get a better cost average and take advantage of the gap that was most likely going to fill, and it did. And so we're in ERX right now as a swing trade. Right there is our stop if we're wrong, 22.30, and our target 28.37 based on the algo. So this is an active trade that's taking place right now. So far today it's going well, up $89 in the day, but it's deceiving. It's actually P&L open, so we're making $25 so far on this trade, but it will be a pretty nice win once we hit our target. So ERX, that's what we're in right now on the swing trades. Normally I don't show these until they're fully closed out, but I'm giving it to you right now. This is what I'm doing in the swing trade based on the swing trade algo. All right, everybody, if you got something out of this video and it helped you at all, or it was just all right or anything like that, help me out. Give me a thumbs up, please. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit the bell icon if you want to get notified on updates whenever I put out new content. And I do have a bunch of stuff I've got in the works as far as trading series going on, which I'm going to start trying to release on a weekly basis, maybe twice a week, new content outside of just trading, just stock market and general content. I'm trying to start putting that out a couple days a week. So anyway, all right, everybody, have an awesome day. We'll see you on Thursday. Tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Yeah, see you Thursday. All right.